Emily had spent the entire week trying to hold herself together, juggling school assignments, expectations, friendships, and the quiet pressure she put on herself that no one seemed to notice. That day, she walked home slower than usual, not because her legs were tired, but because her thoughts were. She reached the small wooden gate that led into her neighborhood, and for a moment she stopped. To her right was Mrs. Carter's house. Mrs. Carter was the kind of woman who had lived enough life to recognize worry before a person even spoke. Her porch was always decorated with warm colors and old books, like a place time had forgotten. Emily hesitated. She wasn't planning to visit anyone. She only wanted to go home and disappear into her room. But something about the soft glow on Mrs. Carter's porch pulled her forward. Maybe it was the peace. Maybe it was the quiet. Maybe it was her heart trying to tell her she needed someone to talk to. She walked up the steps, took a breath, and gently knocked on the railing. And this small moment would turn into a conversation she would never forget.
Emily, sweetheart, is that you? You look like your mind is carrying a suitcase too heavy for your arms. Come, sit with me.
I didn't want to bother you, Mrs. Carter. I was just passing by.
If you came up these steps, you weren't just passing by. Something brought you here. Tell me what's sitting on your chest.
I guess I feel overwhelmed, like I'm running every day, but I'm not sure where I'm trying to go. And even when I'm trying my best, it still feels like it's not enough.
Ah, that feeling. It visits all of us at some point. When did it start?
I think it's been building for a while. School, responsibilities, expectations. Everyone says I'm doing great, but no one sees how hard it is to keep everything together.
People often praise the results and overlook the weight it takes to produce them. But tell me, Emily, what do you think you're supposed to be holding together?
My life, I guess. My future. My image. I don't want to disappoint anyone. And sometimes I feel like if I slow down, everything will fall apart.
Let me ask you something. When you hold a glass of water, is it heavy?
Not really.
But if you hold it for 1 minute, it still isn't heavy. What if you hold it for 1 hour?
Then it becomes uncomfortable.
And if you hold it all day?
I probably won't be able to hold it anymore.
Exactly. The weight doesn't change. What changes is how long you're forced to carry it. Life works the same way, Emily. Even small worries feel impossible when we never set them down.
But I don't know how to set anything down.
Then let's start now. Tell me the heaviest thing you're carrying.
The fear of failing. The fear that I'll disappoint people if I mess up. The fear that I'm not doing enough, even when I try so hard.
Failure is not a monster hiding under your bed. It is a teacher sitting quietly beside you. It's the world's way of redirecting you, shaping you, strengthening you. You've been treating it like an enemy, but it has no desire to destroy you.
But what if I make the wrong choices?
My dear, life is full of wrong choices. They're how we find the right ones. Have you ever watched a butterfly trying to break out of its cocoon?
Only in videos.
It struggles, it pushes, pulls, weakens, and tries again. But that struggle is exactly what gives its wings strength. Without the struggle, it can't fly. You, Emily, are in that season. You are strengthening your wings.
It doesn't feel like strengthening. It feels like breaking.
Sometimes strengthening and breaking feel similar, but one leads to growth, one leads to flight.
I wish things were easier.
Easy paths grow soft feet. Hard paths grow strong hearts.
I never thought about it that way.
Let me tell you a small story. When I was your age, I used to think I needed everything figured out. I rushed, I overworked, I compared myself to everyone. Then one day, my father said something I never forgot. He told me, "You are not late. You are learning." And Emily, so are you.
You make it sound so simple.
Wisdom is simple. It's life that complicates things around it. Let me ask you another question. When was the last time you sat still without worrying about what comes next?
I don't even remember.
Then you've traveled far without resting. And even the strongest traveler must sit and breathe. You don't need to run every moment of your life, Emily. Sometimes the smartest move is to stop.
So how do I stop? How do I slow down?
By giving yourself permission to, by remembering that you are a person, not a machine. You can rest, you can breathe, you can say no, you can choose moments of peace. Life won't fall apart just because you take a break, but you might fall apart if you never do.
Quietly, I think I needed to hear that.
And I'm glad you came. Your heart guided you here. It knew you needed to release what you'd been holding. And now that you have, how do you feel?
Lighter. Not perfect, but lighter.
That's the first step. Lightness always comes before clarity, and clarity always comes before confidence.
Thank you, Mrs. Carter. I really mean it.
Anytime, sweetheart. My porch is always open. Just remember, you don't walk this life alone. You don't have to carry every weight by yourself.
I'll try to remember that.
And one more thing. You're doing better than you think.